Mr. Gilbert Cole. Doctor. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Princess. Good afternoon, everybody. We all lost you. You know, Freddie was a brother to me. And I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. I don't even know where to begin, shall we say. But this is a bittersweet moment because death, as they say, is the ultimate. And I'm not here to preach. I'm not a preacher. I don't know even if I'm really religious, to be honest with you. But I do believe in God. But there's something I also want to say, really. It's about 3 tropes of faith, hope, and peace. You see, as I said, I'm not a practicing Christian or a very religious person. But I'm very much aware of a hymn, or shall we say, a poem that was turned into a hymn. And what resonated with me in that hymn, just 3 words: it is well. First time I ever actually heard the hymn itself, that particular phrase resonated with me because, for the simple reason that when I listen to the hymn, it's a very thoughtful hymn. So I decided to find out, okay, where did that hymn come from? So I looked it up, and there was this Presbyterian minister and successful lawyer in the 19th century, late 19th century, by the name of Horatio Spafford. Spafford actually went through some trials and tribulations of his own. Lost his property in the Great Fire of Chicago in 1871. But he picked himself up in spite of the very arduous labor of losing family members, losing material goods, and so on. And he wrote this poem. The poem became ultimately transformed into a hymn, as I said. And at the end of the day, the hymn, you should look it up, especially those of you practicing Christians. Don't just sing it. Look it up. You know? At the end of the day, of course, the hymn talks about faith. And in this particular context, I would actually ask the family to have faith, which I know they do. Princess, Odette, you know, Freddie, and all, you know. I'll go to my sisters, you know, Josephine and Marie, have faith, and you do. The other two, of course, is hope. Spafford never lost hope. He was very much somebody who realized at a certain point in time, these are material things. I will be able to really cook them, and I'll pick myself off the floor, so to speak. And indeed, at the end of the day, things should be well. And the other trope is peace, P-E-A-C-E. And that actually applies to my dear brother, my dear departed brother, Freddie. Because Freddie wanted to be at peace. I can just bet my last box, so to speak, that he's ultimately at peace at the moment. But he told me, hey, Steve, I want to go, especially after the passing of Tisha. I want to go home. He said, don't talk like that, man. Forgive me, I'm a bit shaking right now, because I recall that very, very well. He is at peace right now, and may he actually continue to rest in peace for perpetuity. See, I know Freddie. At least I believe I know Freddie. I knew him. I could speak in the past tense, but I would rather speak in the present tense. I know Freddie. The only thing I didn't know was that Freddie's middle name was Gilbert. Who knew? Gilbert! I would have killed him. Look where Gilbert is. You know? But Freddie was just yeah, get that. He knew that he could found out. Oh, that thing. Oh, kidding. Because, you know, and we've got to laugh. Because Freddie loved to laugh. You know, I had the girlfriend in the church talking about Freddie. We don't call him Freddie. If we had done that, we would have done that in a very traditional, wheezy way. Gilbert, Freddie. You know, but I got to know Freddie very early on in my life. I first met Freddie when he transferred from Prince of Wales School to St. Edward Secondary School. We soon became very fast friends. I don't want to date myself, but you can see my gray hair, so this was in 1968. And we soon became very fast friends. We laughed, we did things that are mentionable in this room. We are bad kids, but bad in a very good way, because we are conscientious. You know? We went to the clubs when we didn't really have any reason to be in the clubs. But we went to places that were actually made for us, effectively, so to speak. We went to Yellow Submarine. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Yellow Submarine. You know? Of course, as young kids, teenagers, we also have our own places, record parade. But of course, you know, we went to Tropicana. But we had our own spaces. And those spaces, of course, are things that we actually take to our grade, so to speak. But the fact of the matter is that those things actually were responsible for the making of our younger selves and for who we are today. You know? And indeed, at the end of the day, we became the better for it. But if you know Freddie, or if you know Freddie, you realize, of course, that there's no way Freddie will see you and not simply tease the daylight out of you. Freddie loved to tease. Freddie was the greatest, the ultimate prankster. Freddie actually we were actually organizing at his place yesterday, last night. And we were talking about the fact that Freddie had a nickname for everybody. You see, they called me Slim because I was thin. And the fact of the matter is that Freddie and the recently departed friend of mine by the name of Mr. Jones, they actually had that name Slim stuck on me. Why? Because I was as thin as a stick. And of course they were calling dry back, dry legs. And I was upset. And they decided to say, okay, well, you are slim. And I knew, of course, what they meant. So the euphemism. And so, of course, I said, don't call me slim. And he stopped. You know, Sierra Leone. The more you resisted, the more you get from the place. So I became slim. And now, of course, I actually simply decided to accept it. I believe I told Princess, don't write my name down or have them introduce me as Slim Cole. My name is Gilbert Cole. I have legends and legions of friends. They don't know who Gilbert Cole is. They know, of course, Slim Cole. Freddie was responsible, at least one or two people responsible for that. You know? But that's exactly what it was for us. You know, I was given a finite amount of time, but I could actually speak forever. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bore you to death. I wanted to actually have you smile, laugh a little bit, bring a little bit of levity to the situation. But let's keep Freddie in our mind. Let's keep Freddie in our heart. In fact, I don't need to ignore you. Freddie will remain forever in our heart. May life perpetual shine upon him. And when I be remiss if I did not once again actually simply express my condolences, you know, to the whole family. But Freddie actually belonged not just to your family or the family, but to all of us. We are all brothers, you know. Freddie was a dear brother of mine. I knew Ode before Ode actually got to know me. Ode, of course, simply left very early on. They were part of a group, a social group called Parliamentarians, Parliament. And we are young parliamentarians. We soon transformed into Metonians. Metonians became a legendary club. And of course, not unlike, say, Parliament. There were very prominent Parliament members that we could actually talk about here, you know, like the Juju. Where's the Juju? Juju, of course, Pablo, was one of those people, of course, who in effect paved the way, as it were, for many of us in the social scene. But at the end of the day, of course, they influenced so many people that we all got our act together. And with a very strong presence of mind, we soon became very much aware of how we can actually pave the way for those that will come behind us. Unfortunately, those that came behind us, most of them, a good number of them, were born in the United States or in the diaspora. But we continued that friendship in the diaspora, the Sierra Leone diaspora, the Freetown diaspora. And today, of course, we have all become very, very much a strong family. And that family ties will never, ever, ever die. Let me end by simply exhorting us to pray for Freddie. May light perpetual shine upon Freddie. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Gilbert. I appreciate that. The next person I am going to call, and I don't feel that I'm going to be discriminating. Dr. Cole had enough time, so I'm hoping it capture all of our ideas, or our attention, sorry. So please let's follow suit. I am going to call on Ibitomi Johnson.
I cannot tell it all.
Open joyful.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. I'm not a full spokesman. I don't speak very well. I don't go to school. I didn't go to school. What I'd like to say to you that I'm very pleased to be here to extend speak on behalf of my fellow friends, relatives, my family, for my beloved Freddie, Peter, where I met my neighbor, where he got met. He used to call me my neighbor. We started off from quite a long way, myself and Freddie. I don't want to go into details, because everything has been said. But when we're in the church up to here, Mr. Spincola has made everything clear to everybody. We were friends from little boy. Little boy, we both went to the infant school, Trinity Infant School. Then we transferred to Gilbert to continue our education. But our parents were very clever. They said, if you leave these boys, then to school at Gilbert, they will learn how to swim. And swimming those days was a taboo. Because if you're caught swimming, my God, they whip you. So we were transferred to Regent Square. The municipal school, right by Oxford Street. Where is it? Right in the corner there. So, we continued our school, and they left me for Christian Point, and I stayed behind 1 year behind because he was my boss. He was my senior in school. Then from Christian Point School, he went to the St. Edward's Secondary School, finished up his education there. From then on, he left school, started working on the PZ. Where I got myself job at Peter Cold Storage. We were always together. Long time, we used to go down to 1041 at back of street. I don't know if anyone of you know about 1041. Then the back of street, just my back of street. That's why we used to find it at lunchtime. Then from then on, probably, they moved down to Mama Nene was the name of the woman that used to cook it. They moved down to Jockey Free, just opposite. 1041. Yes, 1041. Well, when he's a nice man, I don't like to talk about his generosity. He wasn't a generous man, and if he wasn't a nice man, still a nice man. So it's pointless of me saying how generous he was, and how friendly he was. He was a friendly man. And before I could leave this stage, I want to say two things in Latin. Which is interpreted in English as today for me, tomorrow for you. Today for Freddie, who next? God only knows. And also before I could go, say Dom Spiro, whilst I pray, I'll go. May it go rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Thank you. Just an announcement for those of you that didn't make it to the church. We do have a few programs left. If you would like to come up and get some, they're sitting on the table right there by the photographer, the videographer too. If you didn't make it to church or you want to have one to send for a friend that's out of town, you feel free. All right. This next person, the next person I am going to call, I'm going to have a word with him first. Because he probably might want to talk and give examples and things like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to introduce this next speaker. Well known around this, Mr. Freddie Bandit. Mr. Freddie Bandit. All right, we're going to have a little meeting.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Now look at my little boy, Bandit in control. Southern America, this happened. Freddie, I wish you were here to see this. Bandit is on top of the show, Freddie. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to talk to you guys. I knew Freddie from Bridgetown. We hung up together. He and I were not very close friends. He has his buddy, Vito, me, and all the rest of the guys in East End. I was in Kuchang Road. But we met at the club, Submarine, Record Parade, and almost 7. And then we transferred to America, and we bonded here in Los Angeles. This is where we bonded, he and I, the music machine, all the clubs. All the clubs. I'm gonna leave it like that. He said, I'm not sure you want to come, you don't get money. Come on, I'll take you. Exactly, anytime he did that. We went everywhere, you know. Every time we were having a conversation, a big conversation, he's such a skeptic. He said, I like the nice one. In public, he said, for that night, I'm not like that. But anyway, I'm not going to hold up you guys. I'm not going to hold up your time. I'd like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank Francis for inseparable work that he did for Freddie. I was there, I saw it. Ladies and gentlemen, Francis and his brother, they who came from England, spent a whole month here in the hospital. They would take one, they would take the bus and go all the way there. Inseparable, inseparable. We thank you very much. We thank you. Yeah, we thank you very much. Who else do I want to thank? Of course, the kids, the family, or dads from Washington, the family, and all the friends that have Princess at home, 24 hours. The nurses, the cooks, the people that fed us every time we went there, the liquor that you guys bought all the time, you know what I mean? This is after he passed though. This is after he passed. Well, where are we gonna go? We go eating. Every Sunday we're there to drink and eat, you know? Yes, so we thank you guys all very much. And may God bless all you guys. Should I stop now? Should I continue? Brandy's on the road, right? Brandy's on the road. Oh, my buddy, my good buddy, my good buddy. My good buddy, my grandma. Yes, buddy. Yes, yes, yes.
I told you guys I had to get a word with him, right? Thank you, Mr. Riley. Thank you, thank you. All right, last but not the least, Mr. Edmund George.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
my own tributes aside, I'm going to read a tribute from a dear friend from Sierra Leone, Solomon Samba, who was baptized and christened by Freddie for the name of Shaggy. Tribute to Freddie. It is with a heavy heart that I decided to write a short tribute to Sir Fred, the much loved father, husband, friend, and brother. Sir Fred was a very quiet and humble man, and spoke only when it was necessary. He was empathic and a friend one could rely on. Even though he had to battle his debilitating illness, he accepted his fate and continued to soldier on. Like a good Christian, he hardly complained about his struggles and was always cheerful whenever I had the opportunity to talk to him. Indeed, I recall nostalgia the fun times we used to have during the Metonian days. The parties and other social events are unforgettable. I wish to express our love, friendship and admiration for Sir Fred, and to bring some comfort and support to his family and friends, including my humble self, who have been caught by the great loss. An occasion like this is a time for celebration of the life of a personality he has been and an expression of gratitude for his legacy. I would like to extend my condolences to his wife, for whom his death must leave a vacuum and emptiness. I also extend my sympathies to the rest of the family and friends. It would be appropriate to end its tribute on these final words of Thomas Gray. Complete this unfinished task of mine, and perchance may therein comfort thee. May the gentle soul of Sir Fred rest in perfect peace. Amen. By Solomon Samba. Jesus, I'm going to read a poem that I dug up for my friend. When I'm finished reading this poem, I'll hand it over to you. This is Freddie, and Freddie indeed. This is a beautiful poem for a beautiful soul by Mario de Andrade, the Brazilian poet, novelist, essayist, and musicologist. My soul is in a hurry. I counted my years and discovered that I now have less time left to live than I had lived until now. I feel like the kid who won a pack of candy. He ate the first few with pleasure, but when he realized there were few left, he began to suffer them deeply. I don't have time for endless meetings where we discuss bylaws, rules, procedures, and internal regulations, knowing that nothing will happen. I no longer have time to put up with the absurd people who, despite their chronological age, have not grown up. My time is short to discuss titles. I want the essential. My soul is in a hurry. Without many sweets in the package, I want to live next to human people, very human, who know how to laugh at their mistakes, who are not vain of their triumphs, people who don't consider themselves elected before their time, people who don't try to escape their responsibilities. I am looking for people who defend their human dignity, people who only want to walk on the side of truth and honesty. The essential is what makes life worth living. I want to surround myself with people who know how to touch people's hearts, people who have learned from the hard knocks of life to grow up with soft touches in their soul. Yes, I am in a hurry. I am in a hurry to live with the intensity that only human maturity can give. I intend not to waste any of the candy I left. I am sure there will be more exquisite than the ones I have eaten so far. My goal is to arrive at the end satisfied and at peace with my loved ones and with my conscience. We have two lives, and the second one starts when we realize that we only have one.
Thank you. right, we're going to have about 5 minutes of open mic. And this is just if you have something you want to say to Princess. She has agreed that she wants open mic. So I know all of us are here because we really do miss Freddie and love her family. So I'm pretty sure all of us have something to say. I'm going to take the first 5. I thought you were coming to say something. All right?
Oh, quiet.
All right, 5 people. Wow. I know Freddie wasn't the shy one. Freddie, when you meet him, he's only for shoot the breeze. So, I know all of you like him for one reason or the other. So please, 5. All right. Seems like nobody has anything to say. We're going to have the word of thanks from Mr. Victor Godwin. Almost done, so just bear with me. Word of thanks by Mr. Godwin. Mr. Victor Godwin.
How can I follow this? Freddie Godwin brand has been consolidated. The presence of the that's less or more that I can say. At the end of the day, the man himself, as a character, is well known or lost for us. Let me start again. Freddie as a person is very conscientious. I mean, we all know him. There's not much I can say in relation to that. I feel very emotional at the moment. So therefore, all I can say to everyone is, thank you very much for the support, the cooperation, and all the turnout here as well. I'm going to drag this a little bit. Thank Princess, Cheyenne, and Freddie, and all the other people who's made this occasion so successful. And anyway, thank you all. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you. I was just told that Mr. Victor Godwin, the brother of Freddie, was here more than a month, just tending religiously to his brother. Thank you. Thank you from Princess, from the bottom of our heart. Thank you. You made it. For the left of the Tennessee money. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the program has been concluded, or is going to be. I say to all of you that gave me your attention, thank you very much. There's going to be some more food Whatever is left today is going to be put out. And I say to all of you, today it's a good day, it's a bad day, it's a bitter day, it's a sweet day for each and every person, depending on your relationship, depending on what you had happen to you a few days, few months, few years. Every one of us, depending on our beliefs, depending on our faith, we take things as it comes. Princess, I am always saying, I check in with you. I'm going to ask that we all give her a few, like 2 weeks, so she can get herself together, and she'll be calling all of us to say thank you and please. And let us just remember her when we pray, so she can have the quest to mind, and God's richest blessing. And to all of us that travel out here today, whether you came by car, whether you flew, whatever means that God made for each and every one of us, I say to you, may the God, who we all know decisively, go before you and show you the way. May the Lord, who we all know decisively, watch us as we take every step, every day. And may He be the only friend standing by us when we have no friend. And when we need to be nudged forward, let He be the one. May it fall very, very soft on you. And when it rains, may it fall really soft. And ladies and gentlemen, let us don't take it for granted that we are going to be up tomorrow morning. It is not that you know how to pray. It is not like you're the most beautiful. For His grace and mercy, He has given us one more day. Let us mingle, let us enjoy ourselves, and take life as it comes. Be encouraged. God loves us. Thank you.